Hello everybody, just going to be going through some answers that we've come up with. So, surface area of 4A. What you will need to do, you need to do your base, 3 times 3 equals 9. And then after that, you're going to do half base times height. Half a base of 3 times the height of 5 gives you 7.5, and there's 4 sides. 1, 2, 3 at the back, 4 on the side. Add those two numbers together. Your 30 and your 9, you get 39 millimeters squared. Exactly the same procedure for the next one. 8 times 8 will be your colourful base down the bottom. And then after that, half base times height for 4 of them. Your base is 8, your height is 10. 8 times 10 multiplied by 4 different sides for your square base pyramid gets 160. Add those two numbers together, you get your answer of 224 centimeters squared. The next one. Base 1.7 times 1.7, so that's 1.7 squared, which equals 2.89. Then you have to do half base times height times 4, because there's 4 different ones that have it. Base of 1.7, height of 1.8, 4 of them gets you 6.12. You multiply, or you end up multiplying by 4, you add the 6.12 plus your 2.89, and you get 9.01 meters squared. For 5A, 3 times 5 is 15. That will be your base that we can't actually see. There's our 3 and our 5. So that's that done. Then afterwards, you've got half base times height for 2 different pairs of triangles. The 3 times 6.8 will be this one over here with a base of 3 and 6.8 there. So this side and the opposite side, which we can't see, that's why we've multiplied by 2. That will get you 20.4. Half base times height for the other one will be 5 and 6.5, 5 with the height of 6.5, which is written there. And you multiply that by 2, because there's one on this side and there's one on the far side where you can't see. That gets you 32.5. You add all your sides. One, another pair, that's 5 sides in total. That's what we've got. There's our total. For B, exactly the same thing, just smaller writing because we don't really have that much room. 30 times 22 for the base gives us 660. Half 22 times 30 will be for this side and its opposite side. We multiply it by 2 because there's a pair of identical sides. That also gets us 660. And then the other side is going to be half base times height, half of 30 times by 28.3, can't forget my dots, multiplied by 2 for one side and the opposite side. That ends up getting you 849. You add up your 849, your 2 lots of 660, it gets you 2,169 centimeters squared. For C, you've got your base, 8.4 times 4.2 is 35.28. Then for this triangle, half base of 8.4 times by your height of 2.7 multiplied by 2, because there's one on this side and one on the far side, which we can't see. That's 22.68. Then, same again for the other one. Half base of 4.2 times 4.5, don't forget the dot, times by 2, because there's one on this side and one on the far side that we can't see. 4 sides for this rectangular prism aside from the base. That will end up getting you 18.9. You add up those 3 values, you get your answer of 76.86 meters squared. Now, triangular base pyramids. For 6A, you have to get your base, which is going to be 3 meters. So half base of 3 times by 2.6, which is that height there. It's shown by this with the arrow pointing to the height of that base triangle. Multiply them out and you get 3.9. Then you've got to do your other sides. Because it's an equilateral triangle, okay, they're all going to be the same. So it's going to be a base of 3. So over here there's a base of 3, there's a height of 3.7, half of 3 times 3.7 times 3, because there's 3 of them. One here, one there, and one on the far side, which would be opposite this line here. And that gives you 16.65. Add those two together, you get your answer of 20.55 meters squared. Now this next one, sorry about that super small writing, not a lot of room here. you've got to get your base first, which is going to be base times height, half base times height, half of 12 times by your height of 10.4, which is shown by that line there. That will end up getting you 62.4 over here. And then you're going to do half base times height for your other sides, which are all identical because this is another equilateral triangle base. So it's going to be half 12, which is your base going across there, your height of 14.8, half base times height times 3, because there's 3 of them, 1, 2, and the other one's going to be on the opposite of this line here. So that would be 3. That equals 266.4. Add up your 62.4, your 266.4, and you'll get your answer down the bottom there, 328.8 centimeters squared. And the last one's a bit of a funny one. I've done it in a bit of a funny way initially, but whichever way works for you. Half base times height for your base, so 20, and your 17.3, that ends up getting you 173. Because half of 20 is 10, 10 times 17.3, 173, very easy. The other sides, the 3 sides that you've got, and the opposite of this line, they're all actually the same. They also have a 20 base, and they also have a height of 17.3. So we've got 2 different heights of 17.3. This one here, and the one down the bottom on the actual base. That actually means that it's got 4 exact sized sides. So you could have actually just figured out one of them, 173, and multiplied by 4. I instead had done base separately, 173, and then 3 more lots of 173, which gets you 519. Add them together, you get your answer. So whichever way you end up working it out, you end up getting it. No worries. Now the next question's actually a lot easier than the others. 60 centimeters square. You just need to figure out how big that would be. So it's 60 centimeters high, 60 centimeters across, 60 times 60, and then that will get you the area for one side, and then there's 6 sides because it's a cube. And that's your answer, 21,600 centimeters squared. So yeah, that's 5, 6, and 7 there. Just let me know in the comments if you've got any questions.